My pranams to all Atma Jyotis, divine light of the self. Today let us contemplate on bhakti or devotion. What is the meaning of devotion? We have heard this word called the boy fell in love with the girl. Falling in love. Why he fell in love, not why didn't he rise in love? The falling in love is related to sense attraction, attraction for the senses. Whereas you rise in love when you go beyond senses. When you have love for some higher principle, divinity, that love helps you to rise. You will rise only when there is love. Love coupled with deep respect. The respect comes when you understand the glory of that supreme reality. So, understanding the glory, respect coming out of that, and love together is called devotion. The devotion uplifts you. Devotion uplifts the soul. From a human being, you become divine being because of devotion. When you have love for something, whether devotion or any ordinary love, the mind constantly and naturally goes towards that subject. There's no effort involved in that. The mind naturally flows. For example, a child has gone out of station. Mother remembers the child in every corner of the house. The place where the child sits, the toys of the child, everything mother keeps remembering. It's a very natural tendency of the mind. Whatever you love, you will remember. So the love, the devotion makes you remember constantly the divinity. The divinity can be any form or any aspect of divine, any deity. The deity which attracts you, who attracts you, what we call as Ishtadevata. The mind constantly and naturally goes towards that Ishtadevata. When the mind goes naturally and constantly towards Ishtadevata, the mind acquires the qualities. Whatever you think becomes the impression within you. Constantly, whatever you think becomes a deep-rooted impression. Your mind starts taking that quality. There is a saying in Sanskrit, Brahmara Kita Nyaya. Brahmara means it's an insect. Brahmara means a sort of a, what do you call it, beetle, a sort of beetle. And it brings a kita or insect and keeps it in nest for feeding it to the kid birds, the kid of that beetle. So the kita or the insect is afraid now because it knows it's being eaten. It constantly thinks of that beetle and starts developing the wings, and one day it flies off. Out of fear, it keeps thinking. This is a way of saying, okay, whatever you constantly think, you become that. So if you constantly think of divinity, you acquire as an aspect of the divinity. So this is how our mind gets purified and uplifted by devotion. Whatever qualities of the divine being you think of, those qualities are manifesting. If you take Shiva as Ishtadevata, the qualities of Shiva, Jnana and Vairagya, manifest in you. Similarly, if you take Vishnu as Ishtadevata, love and compassion manifest in your life. If you take Guru as Ishtadevata, the wisdom and enlightenment manifest in your life. Whatever Ishtadevata you take, that aspect of the divinity manifests in your life. This goes through different stages. They are called Salokya, Samipya, Sarupya, Sayuchya. Salokya means your one's mind constantly dwells on the Ishtadevata. That means you are in the same loka or world of that Ishtadevata. Or Ishtadevata is in your world. So when you say world, it doesn't mean the physical world. Okay? Whichever place our mind goes, that's called world. Somebody may be physically present here, but mentally present elsewhere. Where he is mentally present is his world. So your mind constantly going to Ishtadevata will be present in the Ishtadevata world, or Ishtadevata will be present in your world. It's called Salokya. Savipya means closeness. As you constantly think of the Ishtadevata, you develop the closeness. It's not physical closeness, but mental closeness. You start understanding the world the way Ishtadevata understands the world. Mental closeness. Your mind starts approximating or understanding the divinity. Sarupya means you start taking the form. It's not physical form. It is a psychological form. Your mind will start becoming very close, take the form of the Ishtadevata. Means what? If Shiva is your Ishtadevata, your mind will become full of Vairagya and Jnana, wisdom and dispassion. If your Ishtadevata is Guru, your mind will be filled with the clarity about enlightenment teachings. It will become more and more clear about Mukti. It's called Sarupya. Sayujya means you will attain oneness. The mind will take the form of the deity. All the qualities of the deity will fully manifest. These are the 4 stages of spiritual upliftment, and they are called Mukti, Krama Mukti, or stage by stage liberation. The devotion itself, how does it proceed? How there are different stages in devotion. They are called Navda Bhakti, 9 form of devotion. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. Shravanam means you would like to constantly hear the divinity. Kirtana means you would like to sing either prayers or bhajans, or even possibly teach or talk about the divinity to others. Smaranam means whenever you get time, your mind constantly goes towards that deity or divinity. Pada Sevanam means you start doing service. Pada means feet, Sevana means service. What is Pada Sevana? Pada is not physical in that sense. Pada Sevana means Pado Asya Vishwabhuthani. The Supreme Lord, his feet is living beings in this universe. All living beings, not just human beings. All form of living beings are nothing but the feet of the Lord. Because Lord manifests in each of them. So you start serving all those living beings in the form of Panchayadna. Deva Yadna, Pitta Yadna, Manushi Yadna, Bhuta Yadna, Rishi Yadna. It's called Pada Seva. Vandanam, you start developing deep respect for all the living beings and divinity because we'll experience the divinity everywhere. Dasyam, whatever work you do as a servant. Dasya means servant. All what we do becomes a worship. Everything becomes an offering to the Lord, offering to the divine, offering to Supreme Being. Just like Hanuman to Rama, all your work becomes a service for the Lord. As you progress in devotion, you'll get a promotion from a servant to a friend. So you become closer to the Lord. Okay. During between friends, there are no secrets. There's a good amount of sharing happens. There's a good amount of sharing happens between you and the Lord. This is something similar to Krishna and Arjuna. Dasyam Sakyam. Finally, Atmani Vedanam. The Lord is realized as no different from you. Atmani means in yourself. Vedanam means realization. From a servant, master servant relationship to a friend relationship to ultimately you will be promoted. You will experience the divinity in your heart, in your being. You'll find that God is in your being, in yourself. This is a self realization or God realization. This is how one proceeds in the path of devotion. It's called Navadha Bhakti.